I couldn't have been more disappointed in Davey, and feared he would end up making us both look bad. I remembered Vince asking me back in Binghamton if I was sure I could go on last in the main event. I could promise you nobody will be able to follow us, I'd said. And when I asked, he's talking about a trial run I did in Binghamton, New York with Brett and Davey that did not go well. And when I asked Vince whether he wanted me to run the finish past him, he told me, I don't want to know, surprise me. I'd never ever heard him say that to anyone else before or after, but now I truly had no idea what surprises the match was likely to have in store. When I arrived in London, hundreds of fans poured out of the hotel lobby to chant my name in the streets. I set out to find Davey, but he was off somewhere with Diane and his family. I didn't see him until the required entrance rehearsal at Wembley Stadium the night before the show. When I asked him why he hadn't returned my calls all summer, he wasn't able to look at me in the eye. He fessed up that he'd been smoking crack with Jim for weeks. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
Well,
Brett, I was smoking crack for weeks.
Brett, Mista Hitman, I've been smoking crack for weeks.
What a business! You couldn't reach me because I was smoking crack.
Rename the show Summerslam. Summer smoke, summer crack.
He's smoking crack. Why is he smoking crack? Why is he smoking crack? He's Davey Boy Smith. Whatever. You know, fuck that.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. Smoking crack is so unbelievable.
It's like, you know what it is? You know, and this is totally a judgment from someone who's never done it before, but it's like totally unnecessary. It's like, you know, why? Why crack? Like, why? Like, what? I mean, dude.
Bing, bing, bing.
You know what it is? Like, it's the same reason why I get such a kick out of Diana's book. It's so insane. You've got everything right here in the palm of your hand, and you are doing everything you can everything in your absolute power as a human being to fuck it up.
Quote, he fessed up. Okay, I gotta do this. This is ridiculous that I can't get through this. This never happens. Okay. He fessed up that he'd been smoking crack with Jim for weeks and was now terrified. Crack will do that to you, boss.
How do you think Brett feels, you fucking asshole?
He'd gone back to being the same helpless kid I'd rescued from dynamite 10 years earlier. Trust me, Davey, and I'll do all I can to get you through tomorrow, okay? He nodded, and I sat him down for a crash course, going over and over our match. Going over and over our match, and then cooking smack for him. And making him recite the moves back to me. Hip toss. Suplex.
Armbar.
Tope con hilo.
Think about Davey that based on this and based on Diana's book, it's like he seems to be someone who, when he fucks up, he fully admits it.
Right. He doesn't like being this guy.
No, but he keeps fucking up. He takes full responsibility every time he makes a mistake.
Right. Yep. Totally.
Which is kind of like, okay, that's good, but fix yourself.
Just makes it more sad, is what it really does.
It really does.
It's Bulldog and Jeans! Back in the ring, Joey gave Davey and me the rules, the three of us momentarily awestruck by the size of the crowd. We pushed off with Davey looking strong and serious. The crowd was ours and the bell sounded. At first, Davey outmaneuvered me with simple and realistic wrestling, but after only a few minutes, he was breathing hard. Brett, I'm foocked, Davey panted, as I had him clamped in a side headlock. I can't remember anything. Davey, just listen to me. I'll carry you. Joey shot me a worried look. This would be the test of my career. So that's how it was, me calling out every single high spot for Davey, sometimes even the necessary facial expressions, helping him conserve what little stamina he had for a comeback that was still more than 30 minutes away. Think about that, boss. Think about your anxiety being your opponent gassing and having to, the art of calling spots so the match doesn't appear to be stalled.
Yep.
With the whole purpose of preserving the comeback gas. That's the art of wrestling right there.
That's crazy.
Irish whip. Bulldog over with a backdrop, and he takes it on his hip instead of his flat back bump.
Ooh.
Good for 2. Brett grabs the chin lock. Davey stands
Can't
up.
do a flat back bump.
Can't do a flat back bump, Brett. Hitman.
Flat back bump. Can't do it, Mr. Hitman. Can't do a flat back bump. God, I'm fucked. Mr. Hitman, I'm fucked.
That one just brought it home. Mr. Hitman, I'm fucked.
I'm fucked. I can't do a flat back bump. A bump flat back I could do.
Why, Davey? Why can't you do it? I smoked crack all week.
Mr. Hitman, I smoked crack. I can't do the match.
He calls his brother-in-law, the brother of his wife, who he's grown up with and around, Mr. Hitman. Mr. Hitman.
Mr. Hitman.
That's like what a 4-year-old would call Brett if he met him, like having no idea what to say to him.
Hi, Mr. Hitman. Bing, bing, bing.
Brett, I fucked up.
Shit.
I'm high, Brett.
Brett. I've been fucking smoking crack with Nightheart.
He says, fucking smoking crack with Nightheart. I've been fucking smoking crack with Nightheart.
Brett, Mr. Hitman, I just smoked a couple minutes ago. I'm fucked. Are you Mr. Hitman?
A couple of minutes ago.
It's the Summerslam.
He tells him in the ring. He tells him in the ring that
Brett,
he just
Mr.
smoked
Hitman.
crack.
Mr. Hitman, I smoked some more before I came out. Is this Royal Albert Hall? Or am I just royally fucked? Brett, Mr. Hitman. Can you dump me to the outside? I'm gonna smoke some more. Brett, I'm smoking it now.
So full.
Mr. Hitman, I'm smoking the crack now. I'm fucked.
He gets the call in the hotel room from Davey's room. Mr. Hitman, I'm fucked.
Mr. Hitman, Brett, I'm fucked.
Oh my God. What a business. What a business. Boom, 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 boom. It's Bulldog in jeans.
I want to smoke crack with Elizabeth. Can I do that, Mr. Hitman?
No.
Can I go smoke crack?
No.
Why?
I will not. He's under his blanket with a flashlight.
I'm sorry. But I want to do it again. Mr. Hitman.
Davey, what? It's 3 a.m.
I just smoked crack with you on the phone. I'm gonna do it again.
Yes, I'm gonna do it again. It's fucking right.
Mr. Hitman! Mr. Hitman! Brett! Mr. Hitman! I just did it! I'm so fucked!
I love how your voice gives a little bit. It squeaks a little bit because he's that cranked up.
I love this image of him underneath a blanket at his house, and so he's hiding like he's a child.
Telling Brett on the portable phone that he's fucked.
I'm so fucked. Oh.
Yes. Oh, why does he do that?
Oh.
Yes.
Fucked.
It's not very nice. Bing, bing, bing.
14 days of crack.
You can hear the smoke on his voice.
Oh, shit.
I still this day walk. Yes. There are triggers.
2 weeks straight of crack. I don't want anyone to hear me.
What? What does that mean? I don't want anything.
Mr. Hitman, don't tell Di. I'm gonna die.
Oh.
Don't tell her. Mr. Hitman.
Hashtag lapsed. See, there's triggers. I get an email about it. I get a tweet. I'm like, oh my God, Mr. Hitman, the whole thing. And I walk around for a couple minutes and I'm like, the money is how he says a whole thing. He gets a whole thought out in a burst. And then there's silence. And then he goes, Mr. Hitman. He says it again. He's like, I have to tell you, this is a list. You don't realize it's a list, right? He says this thing about being blown out of his fucking mind, and then he pauses, and then he says the next thing. It's kind of like the cracked up equivalent of saying like, Dad, 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 Mommy, 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 over and over again, but he's so fucking high.
He's so messed up.
And I like how he gets his crescendo, like his voice hits a pitch when he's, communicating a real crisis. I'm so fucked, I can't fucking move. I can't fucking move, loud. And then he goes, Mr. Hitman. He's back to whispering. He's like, you don't understand, Mr. Hitman. Like, I have more to say.
Mr. Hitman. Brett. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna get fucked. I want you to try to stop me, and I'm gonna try to stop you.
It makes the high more satisfying when he has to fight for it. He wants Brett to come up to the 8th floor of the Marriott and literally shoot on Davey to try to stop him from hitting that pipe.
I'm gonna fucking do it again, Brett.
Yeah, Steve! Let him know! Put him on notice! It's on his ass! Blood will be on his hands! That's what I love about it, is he's saddling Brett with guilt. He's just spreading like shrapnel the fucking misery that is... You know what I mean? It's on you, it's on you, I'm gonna do it, and you're gonna know that when you hang up this phone that I'm gonna do it. And you won't lift a muscle because you don't give a shit about me or anybody but yourself.
Mr. Hitman, I'm gonna smoke crack 'Cause I'm bizarre.
Boom, 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 boom. It's Bulldog in jeans. Brett, I'm sorry. Brett.
Brett, Mr. Hitman. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hitman.
I know that I didn't just do a line. I got out of line.
Look, I didn't know what was going on. Nighthawk and I we were smoking crack before we went out there. And I'm gonna
what? Say it.
And I'm gonna go smoke again.
He says that to him. He apologizes. He blames his malfeasance on the crack. And then he has to tell Brett, look, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again, okay?
Anvil's got more crack. I'm gonna go smoke it with him.
I know. I love it. He gets so detailed, but it's not necessary. It's like, Anvil has more crack. I'm going to go smoke it with him. It's like, oh, that's where that was going? But there was more to it than that.
You could have just said goodnight and not told me anything.
Right? That's not in his
That's
nature.
the thing about some of these fucking, lapsed characters are sometimes so truthful to a fault.
Yeah, disclosure. There's always a great degree of disclosure.
Completely unnecessary. They could get away with so much more if they'd shut their fucking mouths. I'm so fucked.
So, there you go.
I want to get more fucked. Brett!
Oh my God, he's wheezing at this point. And that's the thing. He's vowing to get even more fucked up, and he can't even breathe. And what does he do? It reminds me of the Beavis and Butt. It reminds me of Beavis and Butthead, where they're choking on nachos. They're choking, and their faces are turning purple, and they're sitting on the couch, but they're so fucking dumb that they go. Butthead's choking, and he's like, and he picks up another chip, and he's trying to eat it. Because he doesn't understand that this means you can't eat any more chips. He just thinks it's a bad situation. And then when he realizes he can't eat the chip, he goes, "Oh, this sucks."
Mr. Hitman, you have no idea how good I feel.
Yes, Davey.
I feel so good. So good.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, bing, bing, bing. Woof, woof. Boom, 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 boom. Woof, It's Bulldog in jeans. I can't do it. Oh,
Davey boy.
oh.
What happened, man? What the fuck happened to you? All right, you can come back, but you can't wear that fucking British shit. That's I mean, let's go with the Bulldog. Instead of aiming at the British, let's see what the Bulldog can do. So, Bulldogs are like street.
Right.
That's what I think of. You should wear jeans.
Yeah.
That's street.
Yes.
No. Bulldog. We can't use the British. It's so passe. Patriotism is dead. I want to anti-patriotism.
Do you
Be a man.
Do you have any idea how excited I got when I was watching this back and I saw that Bulldog and Jeans was in the match?